22. Low balls under. Johan Katzberg spins 21 and he comes out right at the start. And he's being collected by 34. That's very nice. So he's got
On behalf of Stockholm Magazine Video, we welcome you to the 1997 Long Track World Final. About 25 cars will battle it out on the track for the championship. On pole position we've got number 10 Pete Kaiser, who's never won the title before, and next to him will be starting 217 Ron Kroonder, the defending champion. If he wins today he will become the record holder, having won the title then 6 times. We've got a strong challenge from the UK, with Frankie Wayman Jr. starting on row 3. All in all, it will be a fantastic race. Many cars, a lot of action, and we wish you a lot of pleasure watching this tape. Okay, sitting next to me is the hot favourite from the UK, 515, Frankie Wayman Jr. Well, Frank, at the beginning of the season we were talking about it. You've won the New Zealand Championship. You could become the first driver who wins all 3 titles this year. And this is the second hurdle you've got to take. So what do you think?
Yeah, like you say, it would be nice to win, you know, the other 2 with the New Zealand Championship, obviously. With the car supplied by Mick Ogden Diesels, you know, I could have a good chance. We came practicing in July and we're quite happy with the car, so, you know, it's very much on the pace. I see a couple of Dutch drivers have done some more alterations for today, but we'll give it our best shot, see what we do.
What do you think will be the biggest problem for you? Is it going to be the tyres, or is it going to be the people in front of you?
I think it's going to be tyres. It's a long race. I don't know how quick they're going to be. I'll just decide in first few laps sort of how quick they're going to go. You can tell if they're going to blister the tyres. If they're going to blister the tyres, just let them go and do it. And like, we should be able to catch them later on if I keep my tyres right. So we'll just play it by ear, see what happens as we go along.
You're starting on the inside. Is that a favoured position instead of the outside?
I don't think it really matters over here, because you know, you're all going at the start. You're all going quick, and like nobody really gets stuck in so much on the first bend, because you're actually going quick as you set off. Like, so it wouldn't bother me either way really. But you know, obviously I'm on the inside, I'm on the line, so I'll be going.
Okay. So after this World Final, we got the Bradford one coming up next month. You've got a good starting position in that one as well.
Yeah, we're very pleased with semi-final. I didn't want to win it. If I can get second and get on, I know I got inside as well, which I was lucky because they just tossed a coin and, you know, I ended up on inside. So I'm very pleased with that. So just need to sort the new car out for around there, and should be all right.
Okay. Best of luck, Frank.
Thank you.
We'll see how it goes.
Yep. See you later on.
Thank you.
Cheers.
To the Formula 1 World Final, we've got a large influx of UK starts supporting the Formula 2 event. One of the drivers will be 205 Glenn Asbury, who's brought his brand new M-Tech car with him. The car was debuted not that long ago, and this is going to be Glenn's second visit to Baarlo. He came over for last year's World Final as well, and he showed some good form in the last race. Perhaps in this car he will really mix it with the best of Holland and go for a win. Okay, with me is one of the top contenders for the world title crown from Holland, and that's number 77 Smokey Chris Bimmel. Chris, je hebt dit jaar nog heel weinig geluk gehad op de lange baan. Veel motorproblemen. Toch de laatste keer ging het niet slecht. Nou heb je alles voor elkaar en wat denk je ervan?
Nou, ik weet het niet, we gaan het proberen. We willen weer heel naar huis vandaag.
Met welke wagen ga je de WK rijden?
Met deze auto, de lange baan auto.
Even vertalen. Chris has had a lot of problems with his engine on the long track this year. The main aim for him is to bring the car home in one piece. And he's going to race the long track car, which was stood next to this completely silver one. Je staat op de tweede rij. Je hebt nog niet vaak zo ver voor gestaan.
Nee.
Heb je een speciale tactiek als de race gaat beginnen?
Nee hoor, ik doe gewoon mijn best en meer kan ik niet doen.
There's going to be no special tactics on the first band. Chris will start from row 2, but as he just says, he's just taking it as it comes and do the best he can. Nou, dat is het dan, hè? Veel succes.
Ja, bedankt.
Okay. Okay, next to me is a Formula 2 driver who desperately wanted to be interviewed, or so he said last Friday in the long bar. But it's one of the veterans of Formula 2 racing, 782 Stuart Rolfe. So how many times have you been in Holland at Baarlo, where Stuart?
Oh, quite a few times really, yeah, quite a few.
And what's the special attraction? Because you don't really do a lot of meetings in the UK, but you seem to be racing more over here.
I don't know, I think it must just be the beer. just a trip, I suppose.
Still, the last time you raced here, you did quite well. I think you got a 4th in one of the heats. So on the track, you seem to be improving.
I don't know, just keep it down and see what happens, really.
Have you made any alterations to the car compared to what you're racing in the UK?
None.
Whatsoever?
None.
So what are your expectations for today?
Get as many as possible, really. Yeah, just have a go.
Are you going to stack a few up then?
Hopefully, yeah. Especially Scott Cooper.
So how do you feel about the news that this track's going to go at the end of next year?
On the hangover wise, thank God, but for the racing wise, that's a bit of a shame, really. A bit of a shame. Yeah.
Okay. So will you still be coming to Holland even if this place is gone?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a new track in Amsterdam, so I hear. Sounds like a nice place to be. Should be, if not Lillestad. Keep going there, I suppose, for the Dutch Open, but that's about it.
Wish you all the best today.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.
en die lag nog een maand geleden daar aan de rechterzijde. In die bocht lag hij op zijn kop. Hij had de nodige piek en ook was laten maken. We hadden nog een tijd van 24,3 voor en we krijgen direct even door wie we dus gaan. Hier boven, Horst aan mijn linkerzijde. En de man van het scorebord. En dan kijken we even naar rechts en vragen we even hoe 20-8. Wat is een halve seconde van de 400 meters. En het kan uiteindelijk de winst betekenen. 200 te gaan in deze opwarming nummer 5. Komt hier voorbij. Ja, en ik denk niet dat Berry onze Engelsman en 240 en dan moet 240 even in de remmen. Dat kost natuurlijk de nodige puntjes, de nodige secondes. Verbonden 22-8. 22-8. Ja, dat is een hele snelle tijd natuurlijk. Hier neergezet door de vijfvoudig wereldkampioen Ron Kroonder. 22-8. Ja, Horst, je hebt er nog een keer erop staan. Het is 25 seconden voor Henk-Jan Ronens, maar je moet remmen. En dat kost hem natuurlijk een nodige seconde. 25 seconden voor Henk-Jan Ronens. Maar wat een tijd natuurlijk voor Ron Kroonder, de nummer 217. Op dit moment aan de leiding. Maar wat zal er straks zijn in die grote wedstrijd, de vierde wedstrijd van deze middag. Het wereldkampioenschap lange baan Euroase circuit in Baarlo. Hier komt hij voorbij, rustig rondrijden. Hij heeft de tijd neergezet.
And indeed we should be taking another look at what is amongst others in car number 22. There's also a good representation of Formula 2 cars from England here this afternoon, so who knows, we might one way or another get a victory and get something to shout about. So as you can see, the cars once again banging around there. Looks very much like Barry Parnacopa, whom we know very well in the UK. He made quite an impression in July at the European Championships, and he's moving around there very, very quickly. Times are being taken, carefully noted.
Ja, 3 Fahrzeuge auf der Bahn an der Spitze. Michael Schmidt, meine Damen und Herren, der blaue Wagen. Aber dahinter die Startnummer 22, der Niederländer. Und ich weiß nicht, wie er dort zurechtkommen wird mit seinem Fahrzeug. Sie sehen unterschiedliche Fahrzeuge, mal lange Fahrzeuge, dann wieder kurze Fahrzeuge. Aber das Maßgebende ist die Abstimmung über das Getriebe, über die Übersetzung und natürlich auch die Differentialsperre. Und wer das nicht richtig abgestimmt hat für diese lange Bahn, meine Damen und Herren, der hat das Nachsehen. Denn die Fahrzeuge werden immer wieder von langen Bahnen umgerüstet auf kurze Bahnen. Und da muss man schon ein Köpfchen haben, um es zu wissen. Jetzt schalte ich mal wieder zu meinem Kollegen Karl. Wir begrüßen auch das Ganze hier oben. Herzlich willkommen, Karl.
Here for another session and see what sort of time he clocks on his second run around here prior to the meeting proper.
Mal sehen, ob die Kaiser etwas Besseres auf die Beine bringt als eben in der Zeitmessung. Warten wir es ab in der zweiten Runde. Die Kaiser? Okay, dann nehme ich die 515. Also in der nächsten Runde erstmal eine Warmlaufrunde laufen lassen und dann werden wir noch einmal die Zeit messen. Elektronisch die Kaiser und manuell von mir aus hier oben für den Engländer für die Startnummer 515. Diese Runde nicht, aber die nächste Runde gemessen, Karl.
Ja, we hebben nu in de baan 500, Frankie Wayman. Samen met die Keizer en op die andere wagen bij heeft. Ja, ik zie dat van de remmen dus. Hij remde gewoon te hard en dat is... ja, dan ga je voor de bocht, ga je op de remmen staan en is die wagen niet te houden. Ook Martin Groef had daar de nodige problemen mee. Voor Martin is het natuurlijk nog een stukje moeilijker, want ja, die heeft maar weinig wedstrijden gereden dit jaar. Op die lange baan. Maar we kennen Martin Natti, die gaat natuurlijk met zijn volle energie gaat hij er vanmiddag tegenaan. 4 voor onze Engelsman, 515. En dan kijken we even op zijn ticketje. Ja, hele mooie. Ik denk dat we aan staan 23, 22, 23. Dat Frank 24 voor Piet Keizer. Ja, en Piet die kruipt toch steeds sneller en sneller, want hij is begonnen met 24-6. En daarna 23-8 en nu is het 23-4 voor Piet Keizer. En blijft even. Ja. Dat is het time voor Frankie Wayman. En Piet probeert nog even gas te geven. Maar de wedstrijd is natuurlijk nee, nog niet stilgelegd, want er is nog steeds geen vlag uitgegaan. Dus ze mogen nog een rondje rijden. En dan kan er natuurlijk nog Ja, even het gas erop gedrukt worden, even proberen, kan ik dit, kan ik dat? En ja, kijk, hier tussen elkaar van, kijk jongens, ik ben er ook hè, allebei hadden natuurlijk toch, Frankie Weeman en voor Piet Keizer, even laten zien dat ze er zijn en kijken wie de snelste is. Good for you.
So Frankie got a pretty good time actually on this occasion, knocked a few vital seconds off his previous outing, so still looking good. Just wanted to ask that if he's got a problem, but obviously hadn't, put his foot hard down again and away he went. So it's going to be Junior Wayman, I think, that we're going to be really cheering on in the big one this afternoon.
Starting off with the presentations, the first driver is 393 Michael Smith from Hartlepool, one of the 5 UK drivers present for this year's World Final. Then we've got 21 Mark Gilbank from Brinsworth in South Yorkshire. Mark's now a regular racer at the Aiken organisation, racing at St Martin every month. Now we've got the third for the Dutch, and that's number 8, Martin Verhoef. Always a good performer around the Baarlo long track. Now we got 2 for Henk-Jan Ronings. He's been having mixed success on the long track, but went alright 3 weeks ago, the final practice session. And then we've got the pole setter for today, number 10, and that's Piet Keizer from Helmond. Well known for his attempts to win this World Final. He's never won it, but is this going to be the year for him? Pete, we've got Ron Kroner, the man who's going to go for his 6th world title, and he really was flying 3 weeks ago, winning all 3 races. Then we've got 77 Chris Bimmel, and after that number 7 Shag van Diepen, who's missed most of the season, experienced engine trouble in May, and this is his comeback meeting. Well, the next driver passing our cameras is 55, BriSCA Senior, in the former Piet Verdoo car. And then it's Barry Paardenkoper, number 25, who made such an impression last year. Now we've got 99 Johan Kosberg, who won the Grand National at Northampton a couple of weeks ago. And then it's number 30, Michael Story from the UK. He's been over quite a few times already this year. Raced twice at Ghent. Next one is number 9, Corny de Bruin. A new driver to the Dutch racing scene, and now we've got 21, Henny Kuppens. And it's 46, Marcel Janssen, racing the former Peter Folding car. And he's showed a lot of promise in Holland this year, especially at Lelystad. Now we've got his father-in-law, number 17, that's Ernst Jenninger, normally racing in the north of Holland on the dirt tracks, but has made the effort to support the long track today. And then we got 3 drivers from Friesland who will be taking part in this year's long track world final. And the first of them is number 34, Benny Nota, who rolled it spectacularly only 3 weeks ago on turn 1. Now we've got 22, Lau Wobbers, who will be a main challenger for the title. And then we've got 228, Joop van der Werf, who will also be starting well up the field.
Dan krijgen we Lau Wobbers. De kleine Lau. Lau, met een kamercollega. Heel veel succes toegewenst.
Next is 71, Henk Albers, who returned to racing only a couple of weeks ago at Lelystad. Then we got 97, Mary Harrison, who did so well last year on the long track. And then we got 515, Frankie Wayman Jr. in the Mick Ogden owned car. The last driver to pass our cameras is number 28, and that's a new driver. He comes from Weert and his name is Hans Ubelgunner, and he's driving a car that was formerly used by Jos Adriaans. Okay, we're on the starting grid, and outside row 1 is Ron Kroene, 217. Nou Ron, 3 weken terug kom je hier van vakantie. Je neemt die stokker neem je mee en je wint direct 3 keer achter elkaar met een flinke voorsprong. Hoe voelt dat? Dat je vlak voor de WK in zo'n topvorm bent?
Ja, ik heb natuurlijk wel een goed gevoel over, maar ja, je moet toch de race altijd afwachten. Ja, je weet wie erachter je staan, dus er kan van alles gebeuren. Dus ja, we zullen wel zien wat het wordt. Ja, de auto doet het goed, dus.
3 weeks ago that was the final long tracks practice session, and Ron won all 3 races very convincingly. However, this race he says is going to be slightly different. It's a race on his own. He knows who's starting behind him and he hopes to do well. Dat je aan de buitenkant staat, vind je dat erg of had je liever binnenin gestaan?
Ja, natuurlijk sta je liever binnen, want ben je het eerste bij de bocht. Dus nou zal het wel even spannend worden hoe de eerste ronde zal verlopen. Dus ja, voor de mensen misschien wel mooi.
He would have preferred to have started on the pole position as he would have been able to enter the first band first. But he reckons that his outside starting position might make the race a bit more interesting for the fans. Denk je dat de banden een groot probleem gaan worden of toch wat er achter je gaat staan?
Ja, dat zal de eerste paar ronden zal het uitwijzen als het dan een beetje goed verloopt. En ik zou vooraan kunnen komen en je zou het een beetje gemakkelijk kunnen doen, zal het wel lukken. Maar als je moet gaan trappen, dan zal het een moeilijk verhaal worden.
He hopes to get a clean start, get away in the first couple of laps to save his tyres towards the end. But if that's not the case, if he has to fight for his position, then it's going to be a very difficult race. Zit het in je gedachten dat je nou vandaag recordhouder hier kan worden wat betreft het aantal WK-overwinningen?
Ja, het zit in je gedachten, maar ja, de vlag zal het bewijs leveren.
The final question I asked Ron is it on your mind that you could become the record holder in regard to a number of long track world final victories? He's won 5, the same number Reen Richards has won, and he can become the first one to win 6. And of course.
Alle aufstehen, nicht zurückhalten. Wir beginnen mit der Weltmeisterschaft 1997, Stockach Formel 1. Und dazu Musik von Radio Jeden.
underway for the 20th staging of the long track world final. On pole position we've got number 10 Pete Gazel, next to him the defending champion 217 Ron Groner, then it's 22 Low Wobbers and 77 Chris Bimmel. Then we've got the first of the English 515 Frankie Wayman Jr., who produced an excellent time in this morning's practice session. Next to him 97 Mary Harrison. The field moves in 2 turns, 3. Now it's the 4. And away they go. As Pete Kaiser gets the jump at the start. With Frankie Wayman Jr. away, going past Low Wobbers. And the whole field gets away clean, with Pete Kaiser in the lead from 217 Ron Conn, and then it's 515 Junior Wayman and 22 Low Wobbers. Low Wobbers tries to put Wayman out, but he misses and loses time. Wayman went a bit wide as well, so it's 10 and 2 and 7 away. Followed by 515 Junior Wayman, and Kramer's forced Kaiser wide then moves through on the inside. So after one lap, it's 10 in the lead, and he's going to give. Oh, and he's going to put Kramer away. He's put Kramer away, and it's number 10 Pete Kaiser in the lead. So he has put the defending champion away. We get the reds are out. Red flags have come out, and that was a big trash. Courtesy of number 10 Pete Kaiser on leader 217 Ron Groner. Obviously requiring attention. He went in very hard on the pit band there.
Die Startnummer 10, Pete Kaiser, der Weltmeister auf Platz 2, der Engländer auf Platz 3. Kijk eens, Pete Kaiser, hij heeft het niet gewonnen. Hij komt op het aanval, hij heeft problemen daar. Hey, dit is wel samen, daar aan de overzijde, kijk eens. De wereldkampioen is even opzij gezet. Ja, we zaten even rechts kijken, maar links zag gebeurd. Ron Conner in de vangers, Pete Kaiser aan de lijn. Pete Kaiser tegen de lijn, volgens mij de lijn. Kijk uit. Pete Kaiser aan de lijn. Stef zei het al, een hele goede tik kreeg je daarmee. Het was erbij een beetje te verwachten. Stef, ik geef even woord aan jou.
Well, a little bit of action, as you can see, right on the top job, but there was even more action on that bottom bend when Pete Kaiser there just put that bumper in, and away went Mr. Conley, as you can see down there on that bottom turn. The Reds go out as a result of the problems there, and a complete restart over the full distance. So no doubt, as soon as the situation has been resolved, those 2 cars move, we'll get everything underway just as quickly as we can. It looks as if there's got to be some hard work on the Conley car. He went in hard there. Pete Knights using the bumper, which of course is what Formula 1 stock car racing is all about, and I think we're going to see a flurry of activity down there to try and get that car ready, and they've got to work very hard to do so. Red flags and a complete restart.
We krijgen dan een herstart en dan zal het toch niet los wie er allemaal mee mogen rijden en wie er mee kan rijden, want er zijn natuurlijk de nodige uitvallers.
Ja, überall Aufregung bei der 217, bei der Pete Kaiser steigt jetzt aus seinem Wagen. Ja, kijk, een applaus voor de Pete Kaiser. Ja, Pete krijgt überall Applaus. Ist noch kein Wereldkampioen. Ja, sollte es auch einmal schaffen, meine Damen und Herren. Jahre fährt mit, aber hat zum 2. gebracht, zum 3. gebracht. Aber es kann auch sein, dass diesmal Weltmeister schon wird.
Maar van tevoren is dat duidelijk met de mensen over gesproken. En er is gewoon overeengekomen dat er niet voor de monteurs vooral voor Ron Conner, want die hebben er weer hard aan gewerkt.
Ja, aber Karl, hier links das Publikum mit Buhrufen. Hier, da sind die ganz harten Feldführungen. Die sind knochenharte Jungs. Die stehen auf Pete Kaiser.
Ja, en als we de monteurs van Pete Kaiser die wagen ook weer optimaal in orde krijgen, dan krijgen we weer gewoon een prachtige wedstrijd. Het is natuurlijk de vraag of Ron Conner zijn wagen dus
achte mal, wenn Ron Conner jetzt vorbeikommt, was hier vorne los ist, achte mal darauf. Wenn er jetzt hier vorbeikommt, was das Publikum hier links hochgehen lässt. Nein, Nein. Da scheint noch ein kleines Problem zu sein für Herrn Kröner.
So hopefully we got Ron Kroner on the way, but there's still obviously a problem with that car, and down here we've got a problem with the petrol tank, I believe, down there. Yep, that's confirmed straight away as far as Pete Kaiser is concerned. A leak in the tank, and that is being attended to, we hope, as quickly as possible. So it's all happening here this afternoon at Baarlo. A couple of guys who look remarkably cool. Julie Wayman down there just climbed back in his car. He was just having a little natter with Murray Harrison down there as if they hadn't got a care in the world. So still working on that 217 on Condy car, and it looks as if the problem has been solved as far as Pete Kaiser is concerned. So all in all, again, that recipe for some rather exciting racing could still be very much on the cards. Chris Bimm, of course, in car number 77, hasn't got a problem, and he must fancy his chances, particularly if Ron Kroner's motor is not on song. Let's see what happens.
Natuurlijk, Ronde gaat van start, dus die zal er in ieder geval bij zijn. En laten we ook hopen voor Piet Kaiser dat hij toch van start kan gaan, want het ging eigenlijk erg leuk in de eerste ronde. Ja, natuurlijk heeft zijn supporters en altijd zijn supporters. Iedere coureur heeft hier zijn eigen supporters ook, want ook vele supporters van Low Wobbers hier uit het verre noorden erbij.
Ja, und da kommt Ron Kroner reingefahren. Mal hören, was hier los ist.
Ja, het is de mijn groot, dus veel applaus en veel voorbeeld. Daar gaat hij uit. Maar zo ziet het uit. We gaan weer van start. Weer over 20 ronden. We gaan gewoon opnieuw beginnen met dezelfde startopstelling. Zoals we ook een kwartiertje geleden begonnen was. Dat Piet Kaiser aan de binnen zijn in deze startrij met Ron Kroner. Allebei met, ik denk, toch een nodige technische problemen. En laten we duimen dat zij... Jongens, kom even erachter dat we snel door kunnen gaan. Even een stukje muziek, juist.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nago, Stock Car Races. Stock Car Races.
Even wachten.
Oh, Stock Car.
Oké.
Which means that Ron Kroner, after length repairs, has taken his place alongside Pete Kaiser on row 1. Three drivers will not be taking part in the restart, those being 71, Henk Alberts, 393, Michael Smith, and number 94, Wilfred van Leeuwen. So with a depleted field, we get underway for the long track world final. There we go. Kaiser gets the jump, and Kroner's forced by. So it's 22 Low Wobbers in second now. Frankie Wayman Jr. on the inside as they go into turn 1. And Kaiser still in the lead, followed by 22 Low Wobbers, 5.5 Junior Wayman, then it's 217 Ron Kroner. Wayman looking for a gap on the inside of 22 Low Wobbers. As the field's already starting to spread out, Kroner seems to lose touch with the three drivers in front of him. Chris Bimmel set a poor start for his standard seas drop, and Wayman gets it slightly wrong coming out of turn 2. That's yet number 10, Pete Kaiser cannot open up again. Wayman is struggling on his tyres. Benny Notek close to Ben Clark on turn 3. He's spun out and stalled in the middle of the track. But at the moment it's 10 from 22. Then it's 5.5, Frankie Wayman Jr. And behind Frankie it's 217 Ron Kroner and 77 Chris Bimmel. That's the top 5 in this year's Long Track World Final. Rick Berdekoper has gone in hard on turn number 3. And Barney de Bruin is the first casualty, going off with a flat tyre. But up front we've still got Kaiser in the lead from Wobbers, Junior Wayman, Ron Kroner and Chris Bimmel. up also retires onto the infield with a fairly swanking car. His race is win. And up front it's still Kaiser with a slight lead over 22 low rubbers. Is this going to be a tactical race in which the drivers will save their tyres? It's a long distance, 20 laps. As they pass the first back markers there, they've gone past Ernst Jeniger, Michael Story, and also Benny Nota, who's spun out earlier. Behind Bemmel and a lonely sixth is Henk Jan-Ronis. Then we've got Joop van der Leeuwen in seventh, and Jacques van Diepen in eighth. But up front it's still the same three who are leading this race. Kaiser closely followed by 22 low wobbers, and not far behind him is 5.5 Junior Wayman. The gaps between the cars will stay the same. Coming back into the back straight, it's Pete Kaiser, and seems that 22 low wobbers is just closing in slightly. Wayman also still in contention in the Mick Ogden car, and it's remarkable to see how Frank's keeping up with the Dutch drivers. He couldn't challenge for the World Final title last year, going out early, but he's right up with the top two here, and Kroonder seems to be dropping down now just a bit, so it's going to be a hard duel between Kaiser, Roberts and Wayman. Into turns 3 and 4 again, Kaiser, with Roberts now firstly on his bumper. Kaiser just getting it slightly wrong there, coming out of turn 4, down the home straight. And is he under pressure from 22? And yes, he is. 22 is right up Kaiser's tail now, and are we going to see a big lunge going into turn 3? No, we're not, but Wayman has taken advantage of that. He's closing right in as Michael Story is going onto the infield with a suspected engine problem. And the bumper's gone in on turn 1, and Wayman's taken advantage of that, moves through on the inside into second. And it's Kaiser now from Wayman, and low wobbers. But Kaiser's right rear tyre is going off. His smoking X tyre is badly coming out of the turns. And remember, this is a 20-lap race. Is that tyre going to hold until the end of the race? We'll see. As Kaiser, yes, he's smoking. Is Wayman going to take advantage of that? Junior Wayman has won the New Zealand Championship and generally. Oh, and Wobbles is trying to spin out 5-1-5. There's a good battle going on between them, and it allows Kaiser to race away. But we're now getting some back markers which might make things interesting again. Kaiser and Kroonder's going right there. Kaiser still not certain of the win. And Wayman's closing in on the bends, whereas Kaiser seems to pull away on this race. We move down the back straight, and it's Kaiser coming up behind Johan Cosfield. Wayman again under pressure from Wobbers, and Kaiser's got wide in this low wobble, so it's moved through on the inside. Kaiser's got a run there, and it's nowhere. And Kaiser seems to put the bumper in the Wayman. What's going to happen? I think Kaiser's had his best this race. His tyres seem to go off, and it's now 22 low wobbers from 5.5 Frankie Wayman Jr. Kaiser has problems with his tyres, and we only got a few more laps to run. It's 22 low wobbers from 5.15 Frankie Wayman Jr. And and he's never won a race, world final or any major championship before. So this would be a supreme effort from 22 Low Wallace if he would make it to the finish and win this race. He went a bit wide there on turn 1. Is behind Marcel Janssen now. Wayman is also going slightly right there. And Pete Kaiser, he's got well out of the race after going so well. He's out and is now having his engine cool down, so he is of course having obvious problems with 2 laps to go. We've got Low Wallace in the race from Junior Wayman, 5.5, then it's 217 Ron Kroner, and we only got 1 lap to go for 22 Low Wallace. And is he going to be the man who's going to win the 1997 Long Track World Championship? It certainly looks that way as he moves onto the back straight. Mary Harrison in front of him, but yes, it's going to be Low Wallace who's going to win this race. The first major championship for Low Wallace from Warwick and Friesland. 22, Low Wallace, the new Long Track World Champion from 5.5, Junior Wayman, 217, Ron Kroner in 3rd. In 4th it's going to be Henk-Jan Roners, his best ever finish. In 5th it's going to be Johan Kotsberg. In 6th it's going to be Barry Paardekop. In 7th will probably Jacques van Lippen, but as for that, for the rest we'll see the confirmed results from the lap scorers.
Auf Platz 4, hier war der Einlauf. Und wir warten
Een grote winnaar. Thank you very much. I'm sure all BriSCA fans are very pleased about that. Come on, BriSCA fans, let's see. Okay, the second position, also of course well known in the UK. You couldn't forget him. Ladies and gentlemen, 515, Junior Wayman. Lovely children. I think we have another one here as well for you from the UK, best placed UK men here. There's the trophy being presented. Holy Ghost being taken in with him. A hard race, Junior.
Yeah, we had a few problems with back tyres on the Olympic guys. We must have kept us a bit better and then we were just standing in there hoping they were going to stop up in the ditch. So very pleased with second. Congratulations to Louis, it was a brilliant race then. Absolutely superb.
Wonderful, thank you, Frankie. Frankie, congratulations for me. Okay, Ron Kroner, congratulations. Ja, dat vertelt natuurlijk al van een harde race, maar ik denk zeker, ja, doe dan weer. Geef hier en daar het applaus hier. Ron Kroner. Ron, natuurlijk, derde plaats. Even de felicitaties, even de troostende kusjes van Kitty natuurlijk. Hij had alles op alles gezet, het ging erg goed. Krijgt er een tik mee, goed in de vangrails. De jongens hebben hard gewerkt en jij in de vangrails. Ik zag dat ze echt hard gewerkt hebben, maar je was niet optimaal.
De spoorstand was helemaal krom, veel uitspoor, daar stuurde niet meer dus.
En dan gaat het niet meer weg.
Maar ja, we zijn toch nog derde dus.
De rug zal denk ik wel, hè, want de King, je was er klaar voor, hè?
Ja, dat ben je altijd, maar ja...
Ik mag het gewoon zeggen, maar ik bedoel, het is een wedstrijd om te rijden, dus we zijn alle mensen met elkaar. Het is jammer.
Volgende keer beter.
Hadden we het hooglijk. Dat is sponsors.
Allemaal materiaal op deze wijk, Rijdensport, deze Ringel, vader en Op van Leeuwen. Die
pas kort overleden is. Dus,
Afgelopen vrijdag is hij overleden, op jonge leeftijd, Bob van Leeuwen. Zeer triest natuurlijk. Hij had er graag bij geweest, maar dat lukt het toch niet meer, was hij erg ziek.
Mooi, Pit. Ik denk dat ze eerst maar leren. Ja!
Wonderful, thank you Frankie.
Niet afgesproken door de sturen heeft ze gevonden. Met het resultaat hier, de prachtige beker die helemaal met het Friesland beneden.
Machen Sie nicht mit Applaus, meine Damen und Herren. Und der zweite, die Startnummer 650, aus England. Und der dritte ist der abgetretene Weltmeister Ron Kroner.
And it's also the
Auch für diese beiden Applaus, meine Damen und Herren. Ja.
Then behind
Dann
we've got
Ron Kroner und der Mann aus England, Ron Kroner.
who came second and third respectively.
Der Start ist frei für die Weltmeisterschaft 1997. Ron Kroner auf Platz 2, Pit Kaiser auf Platz 1. Baarlo-Kurve hinein. Oh, da wird es ganz eng wird es da. Pit Kaiser vorne, der Weltmeister auf Platz 2, der Engländer auf Platz 3. Christiane kommt nach vorne, die Startnummer 77. Alle Fahrzeuge noch im Rennen. An der Spitze, die Startnummer 10, Pit Kaiser. Der Weltmeister auf Platz 2, der Engländer auf Platz 3.
Davis who gets the jump at the start, and he moves into the back straight in lead position. The field gets away cleanly as they move into turn 3. 327 in the lead from number 8, 5 from 7, and 327 goes slightly wide there and loses the lead to number 8, and that's the local man from Baarlo, Dale van Leer. And number 1, Peter Skills, he's at the backside, he's gone wide. At the back, the English drivers, 55, Stuart Finnegan, they're having problems as Dale van Leer moves into turn 4 now. As the leader, number 513, Roy Slocum, the Welsh champion, he spins out. 67, Simon McNabb tangles with number 15. Gal Beatles at the end of the short section between turn 3 and 4. The first retiree is Stuart Walden, 782, as number 8, Theo van Leeuwen increases the lead over 327, Anthony Davis. Willie Peters has had a superb start, he's already in 4th, with John Micker in 6th and Toon Skids in 7th. Jeff Coleman's under pressure in 25, Hank Peters has to move down the home straight in 25, puts the bumper in there, can't get through. As we've still got number 8 in the lead, followed by 327, 57, 24, 64, and Toon Skids gone past number 4, John Mickle. The number 30 pilot slightly injured after stepping on a ball whilst working out earlier in the week. So he's in slight discomfort behind the wheel of his superb looking ACD car. 327 feels the pressure from 24, Billy Peters as he moves through. Glenn Asbury is retired onto the infield, as has superstar 25, Hank Peters. So it's still number 8, Theo van Leer from Baarlo in the lead, followed by 24. Willie Peters and 327, Anthony Davis, he keeps his place very well. The lower grader from Cheltenham still in 3rd place. As number 30, Toon Skids now puts the bumper in and moves past 327. But up front is still number 8 in the lead from 24, then it's 30, 64, 57, and number 4, John Mickle, he's moving well up the field. 327, Anthony Davis, he's retired. He's moved into the centre green whilst lying in 4th spot. So we've got number 8, Theo van Leer in the lead from 24, Willie Peters, and he's closing that gap all the time. We're almost halfway now with number 8 in the lead, and 44 spins out number 3 on turn 3 there. As we start to get into heavy traffic, and the 24 who's now leading this race, but Theo van Leer, and it puts him into the DAT 513 car on the home straight. Nice bit of racing from 24, Willie Peters, as he takes the lead, and he's now got a reasonable margin over number 30, Toon Skids, he's in 2nd. Then we've got 64, Nico Groot, on one of his rare visits to Baarlo. Then we got number 4, John Mickle, and also in the top 5, number 67, Jos Overpoort from Belgium. But it's still 24 from number 30, and it's a big gap. So the 3rd place driver, that's 64, Nico Groot, and that's number 4, John Mickle. And that's the top 4 for you in this first heat for the 402 stock cars. Jeff Coleman, he's the fence on the home straight, he's slowly moving around and he's going to retire soon. But up front it's still 24 in the lead. He puts the bumper in down, 186 Graham Dunford. And moves through. Stuart Finnegan does likewise. Challenges the 186 car. And then 1 and 2. And it looks like number 30, Toon Skids, closing in on 24, Willie Peters. So we're going to have a ding dong.
The lead, second car number 30 close enough, doing his best to narrow the distance between 1st and 2nd place. Ja, Willem Peters hier ist an der Spitze, aber dahinter die 30, auf Platz 2. Dann kommt die Startnummer 64, dahinter die 4, dann die Startnummer 67,
an der Spitze, die Startnummer 24, meine Damen und Herren. Ich denke mal, er gewinnt sein Rennen, denn da kommt er schon. Dahinter die Startnummer 30 auf Platz 2. Auf Platz 3, da haben wir die Startnummer 64. 64 und die 4. So, jetzt wird etwas ruhiger, meine Damen und Herren. Die Reihenfolge für Sie noch einmal. Die Startnummer 24 hat das Rennen gewonnen. Zweiter, die Startnummer 30. Dritter, die Startnummer 64. Auf Platz 4 kam die Startnummer 4 und dahinter die Startnummer 67. So war der Einlauf hier in der Stocker Formel 2. So, ich...
Je ligt, ja, Piet en Ron liggen voorop en je zit met Weeman lekker erachteraan en dan, ja, dan gaat Ron in één keer ervan grillen. Wat gaat er dan door je heen?
Ja, ik zag het gebeuren. Ik zag dat Piet Ron een tikje gaf en die ging vangen en dan had ik al gedacht dat het een herstart werd. Mijn bocht verderop, toen stonden er ook een stuk of 3 auto's stil geloof ik en toen werd rood gegeven. Vond ik wel jammer ergens. Maar...
Toch wel, kwam het je niet goed uit dat Ron eigenlijk al een beetje weg was met problemen? Dat jij alleen Weeman en Piet had om je zorgen om te maken?
Ja, dat is natuurlijk altijd makkelijker. Hè? Ron is ja, altijd de kans hebben natuurlijk. En een van de snelste. En ja, als die uitvalt, dan is weer een grote concurrent minder.
Dan kom je dus met die herstart, dan heb je een hele goede start. Zit je op het rechte stuk eerst met naast Weeman. Ron ga je al snel voorbij, kom je achter Piet te zitten. En dan, ja, dat vond je volgens mij best wel lekker dat je hem met tempo liet maken en er fijn achteraan bleef rijden.
Ja, ik zat er heel dicht achter. Het gaatje was even groot en ja, ik ging mooi mee. En ik denk ik blijf er eerst de hele tijd goed achter. En dan in de eindfase kijken dat ik hem voorbij kan steken.
Dus je hebt toch eigenlijk wel aan de banden gedacht. 20 ronden is natuurlijk een lange race. Dat je probeert de banden te sparen voor het laatste beetje.
Ja, zeker. Dat was andere jaren ook al zo. Als je om je heen kijkt, dan is altijd rechtsachter is altijd verbrand. Dat zie je toch veel. En ja, je moet toch een bekeken race rijden om je banden te sparen.
Heb je je nog zorgen gemaakt om Weeman toen je voor Piet ging en Weeman binnendoor kwam?
Oh ja, hij is altijd link met Weeman. Want ja, die gebruiken die voorbumper ietsje meer dan ons natuurlijk. En ja, hij kan het heel goed. En toen hij dichterbij kwam, ja, toen werd het toch wel een beetje link. Maar hij stak hem binnendoor en toen was hij voor me. Maar ik kon hem redelijk volgen. En ja, een paar ronden later kon ik hem weer voorbij steken. En Piet ook nog. En toen sloeg ik meteen een gaatje. Toen ging het goed.
En dan die laatste paar ronden, als je dus eigenlijk alleen rijdt, ja, je hebt toch een flink gat geslagen met Weeman. Gaat er dan al iets van door je heen van ik kan nou wereldkampioen geworden?
Ja, toen het bordje van 2 ronden te gaan uitging, dan begint het wel een beetje te jeuken natuurlijk. En toen dacht ik van nou moet ik het hoofd koel houden en in de baan blijven. En een foutje zo gemaakt natuurlijk.
En als je over de finish komt, een hele ontlading zeker?
Ja, dan denk je nergens meer bij na, dan is het gewoon één groot feest. Ja.
Zeker, jullie zijn een echte familieteam.
Ja.
Met je vader en je moeder en ja, je zussen reis je heel Nederland rond en je komt vaak genoeg in Engeland. Ja. Dus het is echt iets wat jullie allemaal samen hebben bereikt.
Ja, de hele familie staat erachter. Ze zijn er altijd mee. Tenminste mijn vader en moeder altijd. Mijn zusjes nu en dan. En ja, die vinden het ook prachtig mooi. En het is mooi dat ze me steunen. Anders had ik het nooit gehaald.
Toen je het begin van het seizoen die nieuwe wagen hebt gebouwd, had je ooit gedacht dat je met deze nieuwe wagen de WK kon winnen?
Nee, alleen maar gedroomd. Nooit gedacht.
Zelfs gisteren niet toen je hier het circuit binnenreed?
Ja, wel gedroomd natuurlijk. En ja, niet een druppel bier gehad, alleen maar cola. Om toch goed te presteren. En ja, het heeft wel geholpen denk ik.
Nou, ik vertaal even wat we hebben verteld in het Engels. First question I asked Lau was about the first few laps until the restart. And he was quite happy to settle in behind Pete and Ron, and then when the big bump went in, he was rather well sad that the restart happened. Then when they restarted it, he settled down behind Pete. He says, I wanted to save my tyres till the end to have a good shot at the title in the last couple of laps, and then of course Wayman and Pete went off on the tyres and they managed to open a gap and won the race. And he's never ever thought of winning the world title. He's of course dreamt of it when he built a new car, but this is a dream come true.
Ja.
Zijn er nog mensen die je speciaal wil bedanken nou je de wedstrijd hebt gewonnen?
Nou, op de eerste plaats mijn vader en mijn moeder natuurlijk, want die helpen me altijd. En op de tweede plek Joop Bouwsma, die me altijd helpt met de motor. Elke winter het afstellen en het reviseren van de motor. En natuurlijk mijn sponsors allemaal.
Noemen ze maar op.
Nou, dat is lastbedrijf benzineonderhoud Piet de Jong, Javo in- en export van tweedehands meubelen, Piet Bijker autoschade in Bedaard, Rolfobus Racing Wheels, Café Voestrum en nou weet ik even niet. Café Wegrestaurant Jelle en Twizel en Dassan Heftrucks in Gordijk.
Lau, over 3 weken geloof ik zitten we in Gent. Ben je dan aanwezig met een gouden dak?
Dan is het dak gouden, dat weet ik zeker. Ja.
Okay, hartstikke bedankt en nogmaals proficiat. The next race, the roof will be gold, so the new world champion, that was Lau Wobbers. Jack Glass Memorial Trophy is number 9, Tony De Bruin. After that crash which took out Pete Carter and delayed 217 Ron Kronel. But behind number 9 is already number 46 in the Peter Polling car, that's Marcel Janssen. Now we've got Benny Knight and Junior Wayman already up to 4th. With the new world champion Lau Wobbers forcing 228. Joop van der Leer right there. So the man who won this race last year, here's already gone out, that's number 8 Martin Wolf, with Marcel Janssen now taking the lead in the former Peter Folding car. Looks like Henk-Jan Lawrence is making some progress as well, he's putting the bumper there in on 99, Johan Kotsberg, and it's the first 3 are now, 46, 5.5. And number 9, and Wayman Jr., the way he's flying around this Baarlo bull, he looks set to win this race. Closing in on the 46, Marcel Janssen down that back straight. World champion Lau Wobbers has also moved into the top 5, he's now in 4th spot. And that 46 guy is really flying, but Wayman closes in, going into the bend. And moves alongside and he's taking the lead. Oh no, somebody's supposed to, Benny Knight was supposed on the back straight. Chris Bimmel has to take avoiding action, so has Ron Kruger with Henk-Jan Lawrence again putting the bumper in on 99 Johan Kotsberg. But way out in the lead now is 5.5 Junior Wayman from Silson in West Yorkshire. Then it's number 46, Marcel Janssen. And it's number 22, Lau Wobbers, number 9, Tony De Bruin. And completing the top 40, Henk-Jan Lawrence. Feels well spread now, Wayman Jr. back into the back straight. And he's going to lap number 70, Ernst Junior. Marcel Janssen does well to hold that second place for a touch longer, but Lau Wobbers is really challenging him for that position. He moves through on the inside. Janssen tries to get 22 back, but he doesn't make contact, so it's 22 in second. And now chasing after Junior Wayman in the 5.5 Mick Ogden car. Ron Kroon, after that little delay on the opening lap, is working his way up the field now. He's already into sixth spot. Whilst Jack van Diepen is smoking badly. In the number 7 car, Wayman moves through turns 3 and 4, still holding the lead. And number 9, Corny de Bruyne, he's gone out. So Wes good placing is ruined with by this spin. And it promotes 217 Ron Kroon into the top 5. He's now lying in 4th. Behind 46 Marcel Janssen, who's holding his position very well. The hot conditions again playing their part on this race. Tyres going off very quickly under these circumstances, but they don't seem to trouble 5.5 Junior Wayman that much. He still holds the lead, but 22 low wobbles, he's closing in on him all the time. And it looks like the 22 driver has got his car completely sorted out. His tyres seem to last longer than anyone else's. As we move to the closing stages now, only a couple of more laps behind us. Wayman comes up behind Hans Ubelken and number 7 Jack van Diepen, who makes way home. And 46 Marcel Janssen, he's gone out. And he was in third spot, but he's going to probably with an overheating engine. This car requires cooling down, so that's a good finish. Going out for him. So Wayman with 2 to go, still leading this race. 22 low wobbles in second. Then we've got 217 Ron Kroon, and then it's 240 Hank John Runnets. And way back in 5th spot is 99 Johan Kosberg. Not many runners left, as we got 1 more lap to go for the lead car, and that's Junior Wayman. And it looks like Frank's going to add another major title to his impressive tally. Winner of the British, winner of the national points, winner of the European Championship, winner of the 240 cubic inch New Zealand World Championship, and now winner of the Shot Glass Memorial Trophy, 5.5 Junior Wayman. In second is 22 low wobbles, and it's 217 Ron Kroon. In fourth, 240 Hank John Runnets. And it's 99 Johan Kosberg, a good finish for him, he's 5th. In 6th, we've got Joop van der Weer in car 228. Then the second UK finisher, and that's Murray Harrison in car 97. Then we've got Corny de Bruyne, and completing the top 10 will be Ernst Janiger and Hans Ubelken. Race number 2, the Shot Glass Memorial Trophy winner, Junior Wayman.
Keith Barber, of course, also involved. There we go. Everyone looking very happy as the photographers do their stuff. Well done. Well done, Frankie. Nice drive, that one again.
Yeah, enjoyed that one. Yeah, we I say we lost the tyres in the first race, so we had some fresh ones on. Then the car's real good.
Yeah, that Peter looked as if it was really on song.
Yeah, we were backing off halfway through to save tyres. I saw Lou come in, so I thought I'd best get going again because they were going to be on me again, but really enjoyed it.
Good. Congratulations, well done. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that event from the UK, 515, Junior Wayman. En we krijgen straks nog de sponsorrace en de dagfinale, dus we hebben nog genoeg te genieten van de Stockhaar Formule 1. Terwijl we ons nu op gaan maken voor de Stockhaar Formule 2 en even een stukje muziek van de firma Jans uit Zeeland. Ja, dankjewel. En we gaan ons opmaken hier voor de tweede manche in de...
Comes 782. Stuart Wolf, and he seems, he's taking the lead, coming into the back straight with number 57 and 55 slightly singling. The massive field of 30 Formula 1 cars bombing down the back straight. 557. Scott Cooper's been spun out, so is number 64 Nico Groh. They seem to have lost number 60 Paul McQuillan as well. He's rejoined, but number 8 is now taking over the lead. From 782, Stuart Roll, then it's 327, Anthony Davis, number 1, Peter Schreels, and 54, and that's Fred Schoenmakers. And Tim Schutz has had a superb start, he's already into the top 10, closely followed by 24, Willie Peters, number 4, John Mickle, and 25, Henk Peters, and that's going to be an interesting race with Toon hotly pursued by in the European Championship there. But up front it's still number 8 in the lead. The local lap from Baarlo, Theo van Leer. But 782, Stuart Wolf is not letting him go without a fight. He's sticking with the number 8 car. And coming onto the home straight, it's number 8 from 782, then it's number 130, 24, 54 to 327, number 4, number 15. As they are, field is now starting to spread out. Still number 8 in the lead, followed by 72 and 24. Willie Peters putting the bumper in on number 30. Don't Skurt. But so far, Skirt's holding off all the intentions given to him by that number 24 pilot. As well down the field, there's a nice battle going on between Kees van Ruller, Ben van Wijk and Simon McNabb. They're all clogging up there. It's 44 putting the bumper in on 55. As we still got number 8 in the lead, but he gets it wrong there. So does Stuart Wolf, and that's enabled Don't Skurt to move into second place. Wolf's been relegated to 4th. And now number 30 puts the bumper in, and number 8 on the top turn. He moves through, and we've got a new leader, and that's number 30, Don't Skurt. He's followed by number 24, Willie Peters, then number 8. Then it's number 1, and still in the top 5. The 782, Stuart Roll. Massive field moves around this oval quickly. With number 30 now slightly pulling away from 24. And Gorkuppen is retiring with problems, so is 782. Stuart Roll, and that puts an end to his fine race. Scott Cooper gets involved in a little skirmish there with T2A, but he rejoins the race. 327 Anthony Davis and 239 Jeff Coleman paired up there with 327, completely misjudging the bend and going onto the centre green. In the lead it's Don't Skurt, followed by 24. Willie Peters. We've only got a couple of more laps to go. As they move onto the home straight. There's a big gap with the third place driver, and that still could be number 8, Theo van Leer, but Holland's top to open up a significant lead. Still leading, but 24, Willie Peters not giving up the fight and pressuring the Dordrecht all the time as they complete a lot of laps in a minute and move into the closing stages. John Mickle getting some stick from 25, Henk Peters. Number 8, Theo van Leer, is dropped down just a bit now, and it could well be that Mickle is now in the top 3, holding that third spot. And they go over the finish line with Jeff Coleman getting a big step from 44 on the last corner, so he loses another place, but we got the winner, and that's number 30, Donskut.
Zwischen der Startnummer 30, Tonschut aus Dordrecht, und der Startnummer 24, Willie Peters aus Nieming. Das war ein Gefecht, diese beiden, das sind die wirklich high-härtesten Fahrer hier in dieser Klasse auf dieser Strecke. Und dabei waren natürlich auch die Engländer, auch die Startnummer 8, aber wie es mal so im Leben ist, meine Damen und Herren. Race for the Formula One stock cars. The first 10 places, numbers only, 519. September bij BK Holland. Met name
the cars start rolling for race number 3 for the Formula 1 stock cars on World Championship Day, and this is going to be a 12 lap race with a lot of money at stake. It's the so-called sponsors race. On row 1 we've got number 70 Ernst Janiger with 21 Henny Kuppens. Then it's 99 Johan Kotsberger, number 9 Corny de Bruin. Then it's 34 Benny Nota, 25 Barry Paardenkoper. Mary Harrison, we've got Joop van der Werf, Enjan Royns, Martin Broek, Ron Kroner, Junior Wayman, Chris Bimmel, Piet Keizer, Hans Ibergen, and of course the world champion, and that's number 22. Low Wallers and Johan Katzberg spins 21 Henny Kuppens out right at the start, and he's being collected by 34. That's Benny Nota, so we've got from number 9, number 70, 228, and Junior Wayman's already up in top 5. With 217, Ron Kroner right on this back bumper. Oh, and Kroner's absolutely flying, and Wayman puts the bumper in there, tries to put the 217 car into the Armco, but he doesn't quite succeed. We've still got 99, Johan Kotsberg in the lead, and Kroner's on his stream at this second. We've only been racing for 1 lap. Junior Wayman's moved down up into 3rd, and Piet Keizer's only down in 5th. So now in the lead, Ron Kroner, trying to say why he's been the long track world champion for 5 years. Number 99, number 8, Piet Keizer. With number 9, Corny de Bruin getting it wrong and clipping the Armco there. So his race is run, and Kroner's extending his lead all the time. He's absolutely flying around the Baarlo Road at the moment. Moving really fast, back down straight in the number 1 position. Then we got Junior Wayman, with Piet Keizer and putting the bumper on 99, Johan Kotsberg. And these Formula 1 cars are really circulating right, and an impressive race off notch. Chris Bimmel there, leaving Piet Keizer absolutely standing still. Well,
Junior Wayman has had a brush with Bianco and is trailing by a considerable margin now. And Ron is showing the form that he was displaying here just 3 weeks ago when he humiliated the field, finishing half a lap of second place in all 3 races. So in Millie we've got 217, and then it's 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. and it's number 8 Martin Bruch, and it's number 99 Johan Cosberg with 77 Chris Bimmel. He's on the roll. He tries to put the 99 car right there, doesn't quite make the contact required. So 99 still in that lead. Bimmel tries on the inside again, and now it's through. So Chris Bimmel moves into 4th, and Henk-Jan Ronnerts tried to shove the world champion out of the way there, and he lost time himself. But in the lead, it's still 217 Ron Krunder, number 515, that's Frankie Wayman Jr. And it's a Martin and the smart orange looking racer. Lars Katzberg seems to have a few problems. He's losing some momentum at the end of the straights, which allows 22 low wobbers to close in. And they will be fighting it out for 5th place. And then Katzberg gets the run there at the end of the home straight, and has to let cars 22 and 240 through, whilst we've got one car spinning into the fence on the top turn. That's causing a few problems as Martin slightly on the home straight as Chris Bimmel on it still. And Gil van der Weelde smoking a bit, might have a few problems himself. But still leading with 2 to do. 217, that's Ron Kroner from Ossendorf. In second is from Silson, West Yorkshire, 5 Junior Wayman. And in third, 77, Chris Bimmel. As 217 will enter his last lap now. 217 Ron Kroner, he's probably going to win this race. One more lap to go, and then it's 5 Junior Wayman, 77 Chris Bimmel, number 8, and 22, that's the top far for you. With the 6th place driver, Henk-Jan Ronnerts is smoking also a bit. But here he comes, the winner of the sponsors race, and that's going to be number 217, Ron Kroner from Ossendorf. There's some congratulations for the former champion. In second we've got 515, in third with 77 Chris Bimmel, and it's 22, number 8, 240, 99, 10, 228, and 97 Murray Harrison. Only one more finisher, and he's crossing the line now. Number 70, Ernst Janiger.
We have some sponsors on here for you. Hang it on here. We have companies there for you. Congratulations, and thanks to their sponsors. Frankie Wayman, once again, he's the 2nd place.
About to get underway for race number 3 for the Formula 2 stock cars. Cars all nearly all to a standstill now. And away they go, and it's number 8, Theo van Leer, who gets the jump when the flag drops, so he's the first to get onto the back straight with
Behind him a big pack already stacking up. Oh, and 67 Simon McNabb is being put into another car there. He's retired from this race after just half a lap. Tries to restart his car. He gets in the way again. Then the latest number 8 from 57, 67, 15. And from the top drivers, Cross Skittles had a good start. So as 24, Willie Peters, and number 32, Skid. And Toon tries to overtake 24 there, and he does so. He just puts his car round on the... And he comes onto the back straight now. John Mickles also past 24. Who is now desperately trying to make up for lost ground. Also having a good race is 3-9, Jeff Coleman, who currently is lying in 7th position with wide behind him Toon Scud, and he's passing Jeff on the inside. So the young man from Oldham in Lancashire has dropped to 9th spot. At front, it's still number 8. Theo van Leer, but 67, Jos Obergroot is closing in all the time. You've got Leon de Cavey in 3rd, then it's Nico Groot, Karel Peters, then it's Toon Scud, John Mickle, Willie Peters and Henk Peters. And of the English drivers, only John Mickle and Jeff Coleman are making an impression, residing in the top 10. With Coleman really having the bit between the teeth in this one, flying round this oval. We've got 2 cars spinning and Cor Scuttle and number 44, Ben van Wijk. Both continue their racing activities with oh, and that's a nice one from Theo van Leer, who sideswipes the 67 car onto the infield as Jos Obergroot tries to challenge for the lead. And he's trying to rejoin at the end of the home straight. But now Van Leer has to leave the gap for number 30, Toon Scud, who is now in lead position, closely followed by 64, Nico Groot, and number 4, John Mickle. So it's 30 from 64, number 4, 24. Number 8 now dropping down the field as 15 and 25 passing as well. Yeah. With Toon Scud now moving past number 282, Keith Rolfe. He's still leading it. And it doesn't look like 64. Nico Groot is closing in on him. So we've got 30 years later, 64 in 2nd, and there's a battle going on between Willie Peters and John Mickle for 3rd. But Mickle retires. He moves to the pits with a smoking engine, so it seems. So he's out, and that leaves Willie Peters in 3rd, behind Nico Groot. Henk Peters is in 4th. Now we got 15, Karel Peters. Then it's number 8, Theo van Leer, who overcooks it there. And after a good race, he's spun out. Keith Rolfe spun out, and he's been collected by 67. And there could be a track blockage there on turn 3 as the lead car, Toon Scud gets it wrong. And that gives Nico Groot and Willie Peters a chance to move through. They've only got 2 laps to go. But it looks like Toon Scud has got this one in the bag. So we're on the last lap. And Toon Scud certainly going to win this one. Goes into turn 3, now into turn 4, and went out of Heat 3. Toon Scud, followed by Willie Peters in 2nd. Then it's Nico Groot, Henk Peters, Karel Peters, Jeff Coleman, very good position for him. Then it's Scott Cooper, Kees van der Roer, Peter Schreurs. Then it's Stuart Wolf and Paul McCrudden. Those are the first finishes for you in race number 3 for the Formula 2 stock cars.
Forward up and move out into the...
Auf Platz 2 Kappe Startnummer 24, auf Platz 3 64, auf Platz 5, auf Platz 4 25 und auf Platz 5 Startnummer 15. So war der Einlauf und noch kein Finale in dieser Klasse. Das Finale in dieser Klasse kommt noch. Wir kommen jetzt zur Sprintfahrzeuge, Sprint 1317 Meter, 3 Minuten im Finale Karl.
Okay, and we're away for the last Formula 1 race of today, and it's the Formula 1 final. And into the lead goes number 9, Tony de Bruin. Then it's 99, Johan Cosberg, whilst Martin Wolf catches the infield marker tyres and loses a lot of time. So it's Junior Wayman already up to 5th after just one lap, and we come onto the home straight. Number 9 is in the lead from 99, and it's 25. On corner is going very well. Whilst world champion Lone Robbers, he's the first to go into retirement. He's pulled off onto the centre green. And number 9, that's Tony de Bruin, he's still holding the lead. Whilst Johan Cosberg's trying very hard, he's trying to overtake on the inside. He just loses out any tangles with Junior Wayman. Close to placing, and his race has come to a halt. And that is number 9 still firmly in the lead, but Junior Wayman is flying in just catching up on number 9. And look at the speed. 5.5 engine is developing. He moves through on the inside. Krinder checks in behind him, and it's now 5.5 and 2 and 7 leading this race. We could have a good battle between those two. Krinder closing in at the end of the straight there. And 4th and Bimmel in 5th. Pete Kaiser is struggling in this one, well down the field. We now got 5.5 and 2 and 7 battling it out for the premier slot, and so far Wayman's doing well to hold 2 and 7 far off, but he moves a bit wide there, and yeah, that's enough for Krinder to have a look in on the inside. Oh, and he's going to put the bumper in at the end of the back straight. That's going to be enough to shift the 2 and 5.5 car line. Oh, and this is neck and neck on 2. Turn 1 and 2. 2 and 7 and 5.5. And now 2 and 7 is in the lead, but is Wayman going to return the compliment and have thrown on the last on that bend? He tries hard to make contact, but he doesn't succeed. And that's what well give Krinder to get that he wants. So really flying around the straight. Wayman getting it wrong again on the turn 1 and 2. Krinder's now having a gap. It looks like number 8, Martin Wolf, going to black flag. Something hanging with the car. It is developing a fire. There's a left front tyre completely flat, so it's been advised to move into the centre green. Krinder now has got a substantial lead over 5.5 Junior Wayman, about 4 or 5 car lengths. And next time they come round, only 2 more laps to go. Not many finishes in that one. 2 laps to go, 2 and 7 is in first, 5 and 5 in second. We've got Chris Bimmel in third, Ronnie DeBlane in fourth, Pete Gaze in fifth. And the rest of the field is even further down, as we only got 1 more lap to go. Ron Klondo is going to add another victory to the sponsor, just one. OS Junior going to collect the second one of the afternoon. At the moment, it looks as Kroner is going to secure a double victory as he moves down turn 3 and 4 for the last line. The checkered flag's been prepared and Ron Kloner crosses the line in first. 2 and 7, second 5 and 5, third 77. In fourth place, we're waiting for Pete Geiser, but he's going to be the fourth man home. And in fifth, way down, Stu 2-8, look on the left.
Natuurlijk. En wie dat dacht ik, hè. De belangrijkste op de wagen rond voor de ereronde, want die krijg je natuurlijk nog wel. Krijg snel even een rondje. Chauffeur erin, schuilt zich, dus melden bij de poort voor bij de politie.
Final sign for Formula 2 stock cars, clutch start. And when the last car comes to a standstill, the checkered flag will be dropped to signal the start. Stuart Finnegan's now stopped, so we're getting underway any moment now. Followed by 782 Stuart Wolf and 67 Simon McNabb. A battery of English cars up front, and indeed numbers 2, 3 and 4 are all English drivers. But leading the race is number 8 from 782 Stuart Wolf and 327 67 Simon McNabb, and then it's cross skizzle Jeff Coleman. And it looks like Willie Peterson has another good start. He's already up the field. Closely pursued by 64, Nico Groot, 15. Peters goes on 7, Skipper's Skipper and on 15 Carol Peters to no through. But Willie Peters has had a very good start. That's already into the top half after 2 laps. Simon McNabb tangles there with 44, Dan van Rijk coming into the home straight. Very fast race this, with the number 8 Theo van Leer being closely pursued by 782, and those 2 cars are battling out for the lead. Number 8 Theo van Leer and Stuart Wolf. They're all trying to plant number 8 into the anchor there. Holds the line well and it's not intimidated by the British driver, but Wolf tries again as they come out of turn 4. He's right on number 8's back bumper and pops him round that turn. So it's a good race between them two, number 8 and 782, as Willie Peters is now and first spot. Anthony Davis has been well, he's lying in fourth. Now we've got Thornstead and Paul Skipper. But until number 8, Theo Van Der, who's leading the race. Getting it completely wrong there, so 782. Takes avoiding action, and that promotes number 34, Willie Peters, into first position. On the whole second, Stuart Wall's been relegated to third. He's been passed by Thornstead at the end of the backstretch, so Wall's down to fourth. It's still a supreme effort from the Cambridgeshire youngster. Anthony Davis is also going to give a race with fellow yellow top number 15, Carlo Peters. He's holding himself well in this quality field of cars. Willie Peters still in the lead, and Thornstead now moving to second. And third is number 8, Theo Van Der, down at 782, Stuart Wall. And fifth is 29, Paul Skipper. As Willie Peters completes another lap. Stuart Finnegan is also showing his aggression, putting number 13 down the field. 186, Colin Dunford picks up number 3 and pushes him along down the home straight. Well, up from 782. Stuart Wolf is closing in on number 8 again. And it would be nice to see the Brits making it into the top 3. But Willie Peters still holds the lead from number 30, then number 8, 782, 29, and 327. As Willie Peters is now amongst the back markers with 2 to go. And the lead should be sufficient to take this one. Championships too far back to challenge the 24 driver, who is now entering his last lap. And it's number 30, number 8, 780, and now again we'll see a challenge from Stuart Ward on that last lap. He's trying very hard to close the gap with Theo Van Der on that last lap. But doesn't quite make the track, and has to start for 4th. That's still a trophy for the young man from Cambridge, who finished 4th in this race. Trophy winners, of course, in first Willie Peters, in second Thornstead, in third Theo Van Der, and 4th was Stuart Wolf, and in 5th Carlo Peters. And that ends our coverage of the 1997 long track world final meeting.
Dankeschön, Radio Jansen. So, meine Damen und Herren, in wenigen Sekunden wird der Start freigegeben und der Start ist frei für die Weltmeisterschaft 1997. Rot-Krone auf Platz 2, BriSCA auf Platz 1. Oh, da wird es ganz eng wird es da. BriSCA vorne, der Weltmeister auf Platz 2, der Engländer auf Platz 3. Chris Bimmel kommt nach vorne, die Startnummer 77. Alle Fahrzeuge noch im Rennen. An der Spitze die Startnummer 10, BriSCA, der Weltmeister auf Platz 2, der Engländer auf Platz 3. Die leiding overneemt en ja, de wereldkampioen maakt. Kijk eens, BriSCA, hij heeft het niet geloven. Hij komt op met de aanval, hij heeft problemen daarvoor. Fijne terug samen, daar aan de overzijde, kijk eens. De wereldkampioen is even opzij gezet. Ja, we zaten even rechts kijken, maar links gaat gebeuren. Rondkomen in de vangers, BriSCA aan de lijn. BriSCA aan de lijn, voor Frenkie Weeman. Kijk uit, dames en heren. BriSCA aan de lijn. Voor Frenkie Weeman, voor Chris Bommers, voor Lon Lommers. Voor Martin Vroep, daar waren de eerste 5. Henk-Jan Roos komt daar achteraan. Hij is alleen daar. Rood gegeven. Rood. Ai. Ik denk dat de wedstrijd is afgemaakt wordt voor Rondkomen daar. Aan de overzijde. Ik denk die goede tik meekreeg van de nummer 10. Ja, Bef zei het al, een hele goede tik kreeg hij wel mee. Het was erbij een beetje te verwachten.
Field moves into turns 3. Now it's 4. And away they go. As Pete Kaiser gets the jump at the start. With Frankie Weeman Jr. already going past low bobbers. And the whole field gets away clean with Pete Kaiser in the lead from 217 Ron Con, and then it's 515 Junior Weeman and 22 low bobbers. Low bobbers tries to work with Weeman out, but he misses and loses line. Weeman won the big wide as well. So it's 10 and 217 away. Followed by 515 Junior Weeman, and Kroner's forced Kaiser wide then moves through on the inside. So after one lap it's 10 in the lead, and he's going to give, and he's going to put Kroner away. He's put Kroner away, and it's number 10 Pete Kaiser in the lead. So he has put the defending champion away. We get the reds are out. Red flags have come out, and that was a big crash. Courtesy of number 10 Pete Kaiser on leader, 217 Ron Groner. So with a depleted field we get underway for the long track world final. There we go. Kaiser gets the jump and Kroner's forced by. So it's 22 low wobbles in second now. Frankie Weeman Jr. on the inside as they go into turn 1. And Kaiser still in the lead, followed by 22 low wobbles, 5.5 Junior Weeman, then it's 217 Ron Groner. Weeman looking for it from the inside of 22 low wobbles. As the field's already starting to spread out, Kroner seems to lose touch with the 3 drivers in front of him. Chris Bimmel set a poor start for his stand, the seas drop, and Weeman gets it slightly wrong coming out of turn 2. That's yet number 10, Pete Kaiser cannot open up again. Weeman is struggling on his tyres. Then he knows that close to Benthard on turn 3. He spun out and stalled in the middle of the track. But at the moment it's 10 from 22. Then it's 5.5, Frankie Weeman Jr. Then behind Frankie it's 217 Ron Groner and 77 Brisbane. Well, that's the top 5 in this year's long track world final. Rick Bergopel has gone in hard on turn number 3. And gone into plane as the first casualty, going off with a flat tyre. But up front we've still got Kaiser in the lead from Wobbers, Junior Weeman, Ron Groner and Chris Bimmel. BriSCA also retires onto the infield with a fairly smoking car. His race has run. And up front it's still Kaiser with a slight lead over 22 low rubbers. Is this going to be a technical race in which the drivers will save their tyres? It's a long distance, 20 laps, as they
past the first back markers there. They've gone past Ernst Jeniger, Michael Story, and also Benny Nota, who's spun out earlier. Behind Bemmel and a lonely sixth is Henk Jan Royce. Then we've got Joop van der Werven at 7, and Jacques van Diepen in 8. But up front it's still the same three who are leading this race. Kaiser closely followed by 22 Lau Wobbers, and not far behind him is 5.5 Junior Wayman. The gaps between the cars will stay the same. Now coming back into the back straight, it's Pete Kaiser, and seems that 22 Lau Wobbers is just closing in slightly. Wayman also still in contention in the Mick Ogden car. And it's remarkable to see how Frank's keeping up with the Dutch drivers. He couldn't challenge for the World Final title last year, going out early, but he's right up with the top two here. And Kroonder seems to be dropping down now just a bit. So it's going to be a hard duel between Kaiser, Wobbers and Wayman. Into turns 3 and 4 again, Kaiser, with Wobbers now firstly on his bumper. Kaiser just getting it slightly wrong there, coming out of turn 4, down the home straight. And is he under pressure from 22? And yes, he is. 22 is right up Kaiser's steel now, and are we going to see a big lunge going into turn 3? No, we're not, but Wayman has taken advantage of that. He's closing right in. As Michael Story is going onto the infield with a suspected engine problem. And the bumper's gone in on turn 1, and Wayman's taken advantage of that most through. On the inside into second. And it's Kaiser now from Wayman. And Lau Wobbers. But Kaiser's right rear tyre is going off. He's smoking his tyres fairly, coming out of the turns. And remember, this is a 20 lap race. That tyre going to hold until the end of the race. We'll see. As Kaiser, yes, he's smoking. Is Wayman going to take advantage of that? Junior Wayman is on the New Zealand Championship and generally. Oh, and Wobbers is trying to spin out 5-on-5. There's a good battle going on between them, and it allows Kaiser to race away. But we're now getting some back markers which might make things interesting again. Kaiser and the Kroonder's going right there. Kaiser still not certain of the win. And Wayman's closing in on the bends. Whereas Kaiser seems to pull away on this race. We move down the back straight. And it's Kaiser coming up behind Johan Cosfield. Wayman again under pressure from Wobbers, and Kaiser's got wide, and it's Lau Wobbers who's moved through on the inside. Kaiser's got a run there, and it's nowhere. And Kaiser seems to put the bumper in away, but what's going to happen? I think Kaiser's had his best this race. His tyres seem to go off, and it's now 22, Lau Wobbers from 5.5, Frankie Wayman Jr. Kaiser has problems with his tyres. And we only got a few more laps to run. It's 22, Lau Wobbers for 5.15, Frankie Wayman Jr. And he's never won a race, World Final or any major championship before. So this would be a supreme effort from 22, Lau Wobbers if he would make it to the finish and win this race. He went a bit wide there on turn 1.
is behind Marcel Janssen now. Wayman is also going slightly right there. And Pete Kaiser, he's got well out of the race after going so well. He's out, and there's no having his engine cool down, so he is, of course, having obvious problems with 2 laps to go. We've got low walls in the lead from Junior Wayman, 5.5, and then it's 217 Ron Kroner, and we only got 1 lap to go for 22. Low Wallace, and is he going to be the man who's going to win the 1997 Long Track World Championship? It certainly looks that way as he moves onto the back straight. Harry Harrison in front of him, but yes, it's going to be Low Wallace who's going to win this race. The first major championship for Low Wallace from BriSCA and Pistol. 22, Low Wallace, the new Long Track World Champion from 5.5. Junior Wayman, 217, Ron Kroner in third. In fourth, it's going to be Henk Amronis, his best ever finish. In fifth, it's going to be Johan Kosberg. In sixth, it's going to be Billy Paardekop. In seventh, will probably Jacques van Dippen. But as for that, for the rest we'll see the confirmed results from the lap scorers.
Ladies and gentlemen, NATO car races. Car races. Ja, danke schön, Radio Jansen. Und wir sind gespannt, ob dieser Start gelingt und das weitere Rennen, wie es vor sich geht. Die rote Fahne ist oben, die Fahrzeuge haben sich formiert. Und da ist der Start frei vor der Kurve. Und die Kaiser ist vorne. Ron Kroner verliert seine Position. Ron Kroner auf Platz 4 zurückgefallen, aber jetzt köpft er. Die Kaiser ist vorne. 22,515. Da gehen sie in die Baarlo-Kurve hinein. Der Weltmeister auf Platz 4. Chris Bimmel auf Platz 5. Aber 22 auf Platz 2. Der Engländer auf Platz 3. Pete Kaiser auf Platz 1. Jetzt formieren sich die Fahrzeuge, ziehen sich auseinander. Kommt der Weltmeister noch einmal heran, an der Spitze. Die 10, die 270, 77 und dann kommt Karl.
Ja, het was een ervaring van de 270 rondkomen die meent ik. Ja, die had op nummer 10, maar daardoor zelf in de problemen kwam. Piet Keizer aan de leiding, voor Low Wallace, voor Frank Leeuwen, voor Ron Kroner, voor Chris Bimmel. En dan krijgen we Martin Vroer op afstand. En dan komt Henk-Jan Roos. Maar aan de top is nog steeds Piet Keizer. En wat zal Frankie Weeman doen? Zal Frankie Weeman de aansluiting krijgen? Of is het bij de Low Wallace gaan? De aanval gaat Low Wallace weer naar binnen door Piet Keizer gaan. Het is nog op afstand van een paar meters. En wat kan Frankie Weeman? Kan hij de race volhouden? Hij heeft problemen daar voor nummer 34 voor Bellinghout uit. Opzij gaan jongens. Dat moet je niet bij de wedstrijd, maar zo is het ook zeker niet doen. Dan komt de leiding weer aan. Nummer 10 Piet Keizer voor Low Wallace voor Frankie Weeman. So it is Piet Keizer then in car number 10. Spelen up the home straight. That's second place, Junior Wayman third in car number 515. Then comes Ron Kroner in car number 217 and 77 Chris Bimmel is still well stretched down there. Keizer all the way down the back straight in car number 10. Lou Albans dropping back a little bit in car number 22 and Junior Wayman in car number 515. Holding that gap a little bit between second and third places. Adam Schoen's forward into the home straight. Comes the number 10 car, the Pete Keizer. He's still very much in the lead and it's hard as he goes through. Lou Albans in that third place in car number 515. First, second and third. Then comes 217. Ron Kroner in that third position, 77. Chris Bimmel in fifth place. And trouble there for Martin Verhoef in car number 8 as he hits the fence and drops down and up into the fifth position or sixth position goes car number 240, Henk van Ronitz. And they're coming to the home stretch again. It is still the number 10 car. Prost. Ja, Piet Keizer rundet bereits die ersten Teilnehmer. Piet Keizer bleibt an der Spitze. 22, der Engländer auf Platz 2. Jetzt der Weltmeister auf Platz 3, momentan auf Platz 4. Ron Kroner. Dahinter auf Platz 5 Chris Bimmel. An der Spitze, oh, da ist Martin von Feuerhofen, defekter Reifen. Die Startnummer 8 aus dem Rennen, an der Spitze, 10, 20, 150, 270, 77, dann die 30, der Mann aus England und aus für die Startnummer 8, an der Spitze, schön aus
auseinandergezogen, das Feld. Ron Kroner scheint da nicht mehr dran zu kommen, meine Damen und Herren. Pete Kaiser führt das Rennen an. Der Engländer auf Platz 3. Noch hat er eine Chance. Pete Kaiser, volle Kanne, Karl.
En zal ik denken van Piet Keizer kunnen volhouden. Het zal wel Wobbes zijn die daar op de tweede plaats is. Zal die de eerste plaats kunnen overnemen van Piet Keizer. Of het inderdaad Frankie Weeman, die toch een beetje in de wachtkamer zit en trekt natuurlijk de aanval in de tweede helft die wedstrijd genoten. Ik denk dat problemen voor 217 rondronde. Niet hard genoeg kunnen werken. Ja, de tijd was erg kort voor de herenmonteurs om die wagen weer optimaal in orde te krijgen. Jammer natuurlijk voor vijfvoudig wereldkampioen Ron Kroner. Ja, kijk. Die wagen die net voor niet werkt. Jammer natuurlijk voor Ron Kroner. En dan op de vijfde plaats. Ja, uitvallen van Martin Vroegtaal. De hele band heel aangegaan met het gevecht met Henk-Jan Ronitz. Maar aan de leiding nog steeds Piet Keizer. En hij wordt op hier op 22 Lau Wobbes. Maar ook Frankie Weeman. Moeten we nog steeds niet vergeten. En dan krijgen we even op afstand krijgen. 217 en 77. Die vecht om de vierde plaats. Maar aan de leiding is nog steeds Piet Keizer. Voor Lau Wobbes en Frankie Weeman.
Pete Kaiser, he's also found quickly into Tom's away there. It's a surprising afternoon, particularly for the UK supporters. Must be the performance of Will Roberts in car number 22. He really is moving around there at a tremendous rate of knots. And away, he's not getting in the way in car number 515. Will Roberts closing up a little bit on Cates as they come around that turn. As they come into the home straight, Cates to slow down, sitting there a little bit. And Will Roberts with Nixon with a strong challenge. 22, but on the straight, number 10, Pete Cates pulls right away. He's going to the long straight away and getting a little bit close as well. And the challenge is on as they go there. Has Cates got a problem? It looks as if Pete Cates is mindful. He just slows down a little bit as he comes out of that turn, then finds all the power again and goes down the back straight. In car number 10, Cates in the lead in first place. 22, Lou Roberts in second place, and Jimmy Wayman third. In car number 515, into the home straight again they come. Up under the starters, Ross and still Pete Cates in car number 2. Ja, und da sondern sie. 3 Fahrzeuge nebeneinander, meine Damen und Herren. Der Weltmeister 22 wird rausgedrückt. Da ist sie. 515 auf Platz 2. Jetzt wird es heiß. Heiß für Pete Kaiser, meine Damen und Herren. Jetzt wird es heiß für Pete Kaiser. Denn der Mann aus England auf Platz 2. 22 auf Platz 3. 217 auf Platz 4. Hier kommt Pete Kaiser. Dann der Mann aus England. Nummer 515. Ganz dicht auf. Aber die 22. Die Startnummer 22 hat im Auge. Wieder sind die 3 Teilnehmer zusammen. Auf Platz 4, 217. Dann Chris Bemmel und jetzt kommt Karl.
Ja, Piet Keizer zit naar leiding, maar we zagen even de wisseling van de wachtzaal op de nummer 2 tussen de nummer 22. Kijk eens in Lau Wobbes probeert weer die plaats terug te halen voor Frankie Weeman. Frankie Weeman op de tweede plaats, aan de leiding zit Piet Keizer. Ja, Lau Wobbes probeert die tweede plaats terug te halen. Ongelooflijk dicht bij de wereldkampioenschap. We hebben nog een 6-tal ronden te gaan, 7 ronden te gaan. Er kan wel van alles gebeuren, maar voorlopig is dat Piet Keizer aan de leiding. Maar daar het gevecht op die tweede plaats, we zouden natuurlijk wel genoeg lucht kunnen geven voor Piet Keizer. We zien dat hij iets weggelopen van de nummer 515, Frankie Weeman en Lau Wobbes nummer 22. En dan de problemen daar, zeker voor de nummer 217. Die er zeker gevecht op de vierde plaats daar tussen Ron Kroner en de nummer 27. Aan de leiding hebben we nog steeds nummer 10 Piet Keizer. En daar het gevecht op de tweede plaats tussen Frankie Weeman en 22 Lau Wobbes.
So it's still number 10, then Pete Kaiser down that back straight. Julie Wayman managed to get past Wobbes, but both giving on a real hard time all the way around in car number 22. The bumper goes in again there, and it's Wobbes who will throw it inside and takes the second place, and they're taking up the guys and come out that turn. It's all happening on that bottom end, and it looks like we've got to change it. They come up that home straight. Wobbes in car number 22 is taking over with Julie Wayman in that second place. Pete Kaiser dropped down into third place. He's obviously got a problem as he goes around. He's Wobbes up on that far side in car number 22. Down that back straight he goes 22 and 515. And what a stroke this will be if it happens. 22 Wobbes down that back straight. Comes into 3 and 4. He's now pulling away a little bit from Junior Wayman in car number 515 into the home stretch section. Underneath the start of Frost and in the moment now. And it's Rosso. 22 an der Spitze. Neuer Spitzenreiter. Die Startnummer 22. Dann der Mann aus England. Pete Kaiser hat Probleme. Ron Kroner kommt näher. Pete Kaiser hat Probleme, meine Damen und Herren. Ron Kroner geht vorbei. Aber an der Spitze ein neuer. Die Startnummer 22, die 22, da kommt er, dann die 116, dann der Weltmeister, dann Pete Kaiser und Karl.
Ja, hij doet er even bij blijven, Wobbes natuurlijk. Ja, jongens, ziet toch niet maar even uitkijken lopen, want je bent er bijna. We hebben nog een aantal ronden te gaan. Als de heer hier voorbij komt, hebben we nog 2 ronden te gaan. En de beste kansen zijn natuurlijk van Wobbes. Liggend op de eerste plaats. Wat zal die sportersclub blij zijn als hij dat zou kunnen halen? Of zou het dan nog Frankie Weeman kunnen zijn in de allerlaatste ronde? Want we hebben nog 2 ronden te gaan. Kijk voor Piet Keizer. Piet Keizer is er al. Hier komt Piet Keizer voor. En waar wordt de club? Wat was die dicht bij het wereldkampioenschap? En het zal dus niet Lau Wobbes. Dan kan je dat vasthouden. Die andere ronden die nog te gaan zijn. Dan kan natuurlijk nog van alles gebeuren. Maar voorlopig ligt hij aan de leiding. Lau Wobbes uit het Friese Waga. Voor Frankie Weeman uit Engeland. En voor, toch nog een derde plaats voor 217. And what a surprise is it going to be? I think so here. A surprise for the best goes through in car number 22. He's going around and down the back straight, possibly going to Thomas Junior Wayman car 1515 still in that second position. He'll surely hold on to that now. But down that far side, it's Rubobis in car number 22 coming out of that turn. Keep your eyes on them as they come into that home straight. They're coming up into the home straight now, and it looks like it is going to be a win for Rubobis in car number 22. The black and white goes up, he goes down, and it is Rubobis takes it in car number 22.
So, die letzten sind durch, meine Damen und Herren, 240, dann kommt die Startnummer, ja, das könnt ihr jetzt nicht sehen, die 91, aber einen neuen Weltmeister, meine Damen und Herren, einen neuen Weltmeister haben wir, die Startnummer 22. Ja, Fritz Kaiser, durch einen technischen Defekt ausgeschieden. Seine Maschine kocht, das müssen Sie sehen hier vorne. Alle holen Sie kühles Wasser für Ihren Motor. Da kommt der neue Weltmeister, meine Damen und Herren. Die Startnummer 22. Auch er braucht etwas Wasser, Freunde. Rundkrone der Weltmeister auf Platz 3. Der Engländer auf Platz 2. 240 auf Platz 4. So war der Einlauf. Und wir warten natürlich jetzt unten. Jetzt ist der